Well, we're rolling along in our electric Leaf. It's a little creepy and quiet, but hey, got a clunk in the front end every once in a while.
Hey.
Kind of hard to hear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
But you got to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. You got it on channel 1. I got a sensor on both sides. I know it's coming from the front, but I don't know which one. So let me take off.
Okay.
Oh, I heard a little bit, but it's not really on that side. Go ahead and switch to channel 2 and let me come to a stop.
Channel 2's the right side.
All right, let me give it a little gas. Here we go. Ooh,
a little clunk there.
So that's down there. I can't hear it audibly, but boy, it's sure coming up there one more time just for. Oh, there it is.
It's only under acceleration.
Ooh, so it's on the right side. We're gonna have to take this into Tech Garage and diagnose it. Today we'll check out this clunkin' Leaf. So all passengers grab all little children's by the hand and all personal belongings, because the Leaf's pulling a Tech Garage. The automatic doors will open to the right. Welcome to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Well, we got our electric Leaf in the shop and up in the air. That's right, I said electric Leaf. I know there's a fear when it comes to repairing electric vehicles. This is the No Fear Electric Leaf Repair Show. Why? Well, everything's the same down here. We got a clunk. You heard it on our test drive. Stop, go, a little clunk. We really couldn't even isolate from what side it's coming from, but we knew it was coming from the front end area. So what do? Well, we got our chassis here under there. You saw it in the car. We saw what rattle was going on. Actually, on the right side over there, we have a sensor down there, and then right here, I had the other sensor we were riding with. Now check this out. Here's what was going on, and I want to show you how actually sensitive this is. So what's going on this side, we were seeing channel 2, and on channel 2, if I had a clunk in the rotor or the caliper, you would have seen it. If I have a clunk in the strut, you would have seen it. Maybe it's in the drive axle, you would have seen it. Or any of the suspension components down here. It's just that easy to at least isolate where it's coming from. How did we do it? Well, the sensor's located right here. I can pull it down, and it's just a tie strap little sensor on there. It goes to all the different parts of the chassis, and we can isolate where it's coming from. That's pretty cool. Now, what do? We found the clunks over here. Well, like in Tech Garage fashion, we always do a visual inspection. Step number 1, verify the customer's concerned. We got the clunk. Number 2, do a good visual inspection. So what did I do? Well, I come over, pulled and tug on the strut assembly, nothing. I come over to the spindle, pulled and tug on it, nothing. Caliper, wiggling, nothing. I even got a pry bar, and I pried up and down on the suspension components here, the lower control arm, the ball joints, all tight, fairly new car. I even come over to the actual axle, and I'm clunking on the axle back and forth. I can spin the wheel. There's really no clunk in the system. I'm at my wit's end. I have no idea what's going on.
John, 2 tools you're gonna need for this. I've already done a little research.
Wait a minute, let me guess.
Yep.
Got an axle nut here, but I pulled up and down on the axle, and I have an issue there.
All right, think a little harder.
Something to do with the transmission CV axle.
I like to see you flopping around like that, but I'll rescue you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a technical service bulletin. It's been issued.
Here we go.
It was in June, so it hasn't been out that long, and it looks like it covers just about all of Nissan's lines in regards to a clicking noise from the front or rear axle during takeoff or acceleration.
That's ours.
Exactly what we have.
And this season's all about doing a little bit of research, strategy-based diagnosis, technical service bulletins. You saw them before, but they're little quirks with the cars the manufacturers know about, some kind of fixes that we could never figure out. Now, we got a CV axle from RockAuto.com. We can get all the components for electric car. It doesn't make any difference, but it looks like a pretty simple fix, Dave. It says you're going to remove the actual nut on the CV axle nut right here, the castellated nut, and just put a little Molly Coat grease down there, and I guess what's that doing is filling up that clunk a little bit. At least we can isolate it. If it's still there, we'll replace the axle. If not, but let's give this a shot, all right? Or let's.
Well, yeah, I like how you use the us.
I don't like that let's.
I'll take care of it.
I'll take the bulletin.
Thanks a lot, John. We've got this castellated nut on the outside. It's being held in place by this cotter pin, and you can see this is, it's kind of flimsy. I'm hoping it's actually going to break. If not, I can cut it here. We'll see. Straighten it out to pull it out. Okay, it's not going to break, so I'll just cut it. There it goes. Pew! That's why we wear safety glasses all the time. Even the simplest things, you never know when something's going to fly off and grab you, and it's the unexpected stuff that'll get you. So there's that pin. We're going to have to replace it with a new one, obviously, when we get done. And we're going to pull off this castellated nut here. You can see the shape of that nut, and that is how it keeps from rotating there. The cotter pin actually goes in between these little these little tabs there, and it keeps that from rotating. That holds it all in place. Kind of looks like a little bottle cap there. And then to get the nut off here off the axle, we are going to use a little force. And there we go. Came off just like that. We'll show you how to put it on later, but before we do that, when we come back to Tech Garage presented by RockAuto.com, John is going to show you how this entire system works. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.